Hello, everybody. My name is Walter Parker, and thank you so much for inquiring as far as about SAI, Strategic AI. Together, powered with Immigrate, strongly believe we are about to see something that the real estate industry has never seen yet, but it is applying the latest in data analytics, predictive analytics, that is, and artificial intelligence. That's what strategic AI is. So, combination of solving multiple problems that have existed in the real estate industry, pretty much. I've been in the banking world for 18 years. I've seen the same problems over and over again. Hey, I need more leads. Okay, great. I get leads, but I need better conversion. Okay, how do we do better conversion? And there are many different products, many different CRMs, many different big companies out there that say they provide the best quality of leads or they've screened their leads and everything else. But nothing trumps being able to know who is going to buy and who is going to sell. And majority of the time, being able to predict who is going to do that before they raise their hand and say, I'm a real estate lead. That is invaluable. I mean, you cannot put a price tag on how valuable that information is. So when we take a state like the state of Colorado and we do a beta test with it, and we have the data off of 3,100 plus transactions that happened in November of 2024, and we come up with the point that we predicted over 2,400 of those transactions. That's an 80% success rate. Well, you may say, well, that's a one-time thing. We're doing this in multiple states across the US because we are also contracted by the federal government HUD to supply them data for first-time home buyers. So many of the data that you see even from NAR and different things that come from HUD's website actually are because of companies like Immigrate that are working with the government to be able to provide this data. Now, what makes this difference is that we are a real estate group. We're not doing this for solar panels. We're not doing this for other things, although that may be in the future because a lot of this data does kind of cross over with that. I will tell you, all of us have been in the real estate industry. Ken Salas, who's co-creator of SAI, he's been in the banking industry as well, in mortgage lending for over 20 years. And myself, like I said, over 18 years. So we've seen a lot of these things. Now, what I'm excited about and what got me intrigued to get on the phone with Ken and to talk to him was when we were talking about being able to add 4 to 6 deals per month for every real estate agent that was subscribed to a service like this. So I'm going to share my screen real quick and we will jump in and start talking about really what is this, right? So SAI is AI-based, AI-driven software robotic sales assistant. The primary objective of SAI is to create real estate transaction opportunities from the data upload into the neural network. It's highly intuitive and only gets stronger over time and more efficient from every interaction transaction that we create for your business. Um, SAI is the future of AI-based marketing, and that is available now. So it's really exciting here to be talking about this. What is artificial intelligence? So a lot of people feel like, oh, you've got some very advanced program that does this. And the simple answer is AI is nothing more than big data. Okay, and a lot of data, massive amount of collection of data on any given subject or objective. Data can be used for two purposes. Many of you already know about Apple Siri or ChatGPT, but second purpose is, for communicative purposes. But second one is what we focus on is predictive analytics. Predictive analytics is using complicated algorithms to find patterns of behaviors, traits, and characteristics to predict like outcomes in the market. So who's going to buy, who's going to sell, who's even going to refinance, right? Our first model concentrates on the most likely to sell in the next 10 months. This model is our rep score model, and we concentrate that on the top 60% that SAI will condition for transactions. Our second model concentrates on the most likely to purchase in the next 10 months. This model is our map score model, and we only apply the top 40% of that to SAI to condition transactions. At current, our predictive models are over 80% accurate in predicted outcomes, and that is in every market that we're testing. So great information to know. And then as a bonus to the predictive analytics set aside, we also use the latest in AI data sciences for marketing, financial behavior data. This is a model in which we clone or profile the highest matching traits. If you've ever run Facebook ads, you would know that lookalike audience, right? Is very similar to that. Characteristics and behaviors of those who have either sold or bought properties in the last 6 months in your designated market areas. Size marketing capabilities can designate efforts into concentrating for this model as well. Okay. Uh, so the AI-driven sales approach, when it comes to predictive analytic targets, they most likely are unidentified in your market. In other words, they have not raised their hands. So if you've ever bought a lead from a company, whether it be you've had paid extra money to your CRM to get you more leads, you've paid money to Zillow for leads, you've paid money to Realtor.com for leads, any of these type of lead-based buying systems, they've already raised their hand. Okay, and what are these companies doing? They're using like the Zillows and Realtors of the world are using software similar to what is called like Smart Zip was very popular. They're using a smaller portion of predictive analytics to help them market to the right people. Okay. They're using algorithms, they're retargeting, which we also do in addition to everything that SAI is doing as well. And we're able to get, though, the data that agents before have never had access to. Why have you never had access to it? Well, I haven't met an agent once that said, "Hey, I'm going to spend $500,000 this month on buying data. So then I can go around and know how to market." Okay. Those are reserved. Your larger companies have done that and then always charge you an arm and a leg to make their money back. Right. So that is a huge thing. Site will condition these targets into transactional mode so that you are the one they know and trust for the transaction. So imagine before the client raises their hand, Sai is already conditioning this client for you, the individual agent, not for a company. So they're not pushing Zillow, they're not pushing Homes.com, they're pushing you. When the targets are in transactional mode, Sai will save them to have them complete, excuse me, a response form that will confirm them into an appointment for you to contact. So if we recap what we've learned this far is that Immigrate has the data. Sai will work that data. We'll take people that our numbers, because of tens of thousands of data points, is going to determine that these people are most likely going to buy and sell. That's how we're over 80% accurate on the people that do buy and sell, right? And then what it's going to do is start conditioning them for you. So the condition process before they ever raise their hand is usually about 2 to 3 months. It is, it's not an overnight thing. It's going to be 2 to 3 months. The moment that they give us a trigger or a clue that says, "Hey, I'm going to be looking at buying or selling," you are immediately marketed and being the first and foremost agent in front of them. Okay. I don't care whether they went to realtor.com or Zillow or anywhere. We're tracking to see what the information that they are providing. And as soon as they raise their hand, you are first known. And guess what? They've already been conditioned to use you the previous months. So around months 3 or 4, you're going to start seeing the data of the actual people who have been trimmed down to that exact um, identification, right? And Sai will do all this from start to finish without you having to interact until the client is ready to transact, okay? Which is obviously one of the biggest time consumers of trying to convert leads. That's why agents, we all love, and loan officer, myself, we all love referrals, right? Because referrals cut out all of that. But what happens when you stop getting referrals? What happens when your past database stops selling their property because they're in a very low interest rate? What happens when your referral database dries up, right? You're going to need to produce more data, okay? And you're going to need to produce more leads. Now, go out and buy leads, and they could be, quote, exclusive. I'm here to burst your bubble. Exclusive leads are not always exclusive. There's a reason why they're in quotation mode and why I'm using air quotations, right? And that's because they may be exclusive with that one company, but someone who's on the internet and who's Google searching for home buying or home selling, they're clicking on multiple sites. So yes, you may call Realtor and they'll say, "Hey, this is an exclusive lead." But if they're going to Realtor.com, they're probably also going to Zillow.com. And now they're exclusively for Zillow, but they're not exclusive to the same person, right? So what you're buying and paying for, in some cases, maybe paying extra for, um, you really should stop spending that money. I'm just telling you right now, based on being exclusive, that is. If it works for you, great. However, I'm sure you're paying a pretty penny. I know Zillow is in many markets has switched over to Zillow Flex. So the agents I've talked to, they're spending 40 to 50% 6% of their entire commission given back to Zillow. Realtor.com says that their national average for conversion of internet leads is less than 0.5%. That means 99.5% failure rate on converting leads. So again, we're looking at a much higher conversion percentage. Once we go from hundreds of thousands of people down to 1,000 people, down to 500 people, down to 120 people, you'll see who is in there, who's identified themselves as a lead. Again, you're not doing anything with that lead until that lead books a call with you. And when they book a call with you, you're given the advantage of being the first person to speak to them in your industry, whether it be about selling or buying a home. And that is absolutely extremely valuable. So you've learned a little bit about SAI. You've learned a little bit of how this works. Expectations are after 6 months that you actually will start closing 4 to 6 deals. Now, how do we do that? We keep it um, designated to only have a capacity of 150 subscribers in the state of Colorado. Because we know that on an average of 3,000 to 4,000 deals that are closed in the state of Colorado, there's only so many deals that you're going to be able to have access to. But if you do the math on this, say we have 150 people and they all at least close 4 deals a month, we're now borderlining 20% market takeover in the state of Colorado when it comes to real estate. It's exciting information. Would love to have you a part of it. Let me know if you're interested to learn more about this. We want to welcome you to SAI, and it's brought to you by Strategic AI Marketing Group in partnership with Immigrate Data and presented to you today by Walter Parker. And it is my pleasure to help people grow. I am the Minister of Mortgage, and I am about real estate with a purpose. I want to help you grow more. So if you have any more questions for me, feel free to contact me. My direct cell number is 813-833-6943. Oh, and I know you're asking, well, something that gives 4 to 6 deals a month is probably what? Thousands and thousands of dollars. No, SAI is just under $1,500 per month. It is a 12-month commitment. If you're interested, if you sign up within the first 30 days of our new release, we are waiving the $1,000 onboarding fee that it costs to get you onboarded. And it is an extensive onboarding process. So we're excited to be working with you. We're waiving that. And in addition to the 6 months that you also are going to be getting as far as leads, so while you're having to wait on that, we also have additional data for your local market. Like we talked about a little bit, the behavioral science data. We have access to know the people that already have raised their hands. So we're not just dismissing people that are recognized as a real estate lead. We're able to give and supply that information also to SAI to help work deals. So you'll start seeing clients within the first 3 months of signing up for this service. Exciting new frontier, going to change it and up in the market. Colorado is the first state. So if you're watching this and you're in another state, don't fret. Once we fill up in Colorado, which we will very quickly, we'll be coming to other states such as Florida, Texas, California later this year. So we're excited to be working with you. If you have any questions, don't get left behind. We know that once we get 150 seats filled up and people start closing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 deals a month with our service, they're not going to drop it. So this is one of those once in a very long time. I'm not going to say lifetime because that sounds too cheesy, but I've never seen anything like SAI. It sold me, it brought me on from just doing loans to now working with an incredible group of people that know exactly what they're doing and have been doing this for years with the federal government and who are backed by Techstars. If you do your research on Techstars, they are one of our major investors in this company, have invested millions and millions of dollars into Immigrate and SAI. We're all excited about this launch. We can't wait for you to be a part of it. This is an exclusive club that not every agent is going to have the opportunity to be a part of. So if you've listened to this, let's jump on a call. We release next week on the 17th of January is the opening date. If you want to be one of the first to sign up, excellent. Going to be doing some awesome things with you and for you. And you're going to be the first of many in the near future to be able to capitalize on strategic AI and predictive analytics. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, 813-833-6943. I'll look forward to talking to you on the other side. Take care.